The name Bloody Mary is one of those phrases that instantly sparks curiosity. It sounds dramatic and a bit unsettling, more like a legend whispered in the dark than a brunch order. Today, the Bloody Mary is a globally iconic cocktail, known for its bold, savory flavor and hangover-curing reputation. Some say the name traces back to eerie folklore or a notorious historical figure. So how did a tomato vodka drink get the name Bloody Mary? Let's dive right into it, right here on History of Simple Things. To understand that, we need to go back to the early 20th century, when cocktails were rapidly evolving and bartenders were experimenting with new ideas. The Bloody Mary is often credited to Fernand Petiot, who worked at Harry's New York bar in the 1920s. Vodka was still uncommon and tomato juice was just emerging. Petiot's original version was very simple, just vodka and tomato juice, more an experiment than a masterpiece. The drink gained more personality when Petiot moved to New York and began working at the King Cole Bar inside the St. Regis Hotel. There he refined the recipe, adding ingredients like Worcestershire sauce, lemon juice, salt, pepper, and a dash of hot sauce. It evolved into a complex, savory, spicy, and refreshing drink that stood out from sweeter cocktails. But the real mystery isn't the recipe, it's the name. Why Bloody Mary? One of the most popular explanations links it to Mary I of England, the 16th century queen remembered for her persecution of Protestants. Her violent reign earned her the nickname Bloody Mary, and the drink's deep red color makes the connection feel natural and memorable. However, there's little concrete evidence that Petiot or anyone else intentionally named the cocktail after Queen Mary. In fact, Petiot himself offered a different explanation. According to him, the name may have come from a woman named Mary who worked at a bar in Chicago, or possibly from a patron who suggested it as a joke. Like many stories in cocktail history, the details are hazy, passed down through anecdotes rather than documented facts. Another theory points to Chicago's Bucket of Blood Club, where a waitress named Mary supposedly worked. Some say the drink was named after her or inspired by the bar's rough atmosphere. Here, bloody may have been used as casual slang rather than a literal reference to violence, reflecting the colorful language of early 20th century nightlife. There's also the possibility that the name simply stuck because it sounded memorable. Cocktail culture has always thrived on names that grab attention. Think of drinks like the Corpse Reviver or the Zombie. A name like Bloody Mary is impossible to ignore. It's bold, a little shocking, and instantly intriguing. In a crowded bar scene, that kind of name can make all the difference. The drink's versatility has also contributed to its enduring popularity. Around the world, variations of the Bloody Mary reflect local tastes and ingredients. In Mexico, you might find a version made with tequila instead of vodka, known as a Bloody Maria. In Japan, bartenders may use sake or add umami flavors. Each variation keeps the original spirit while adding a cultural twist, showing how a simple idea evolves across cultures. Interestingly, the Bloody Mary has also become tied to folklore in a completely different way. Many people know the childhood game where you say Bloody Mary into a mirror to summon a ghostly figure. While unrelated to the cocktail, the shared name adds mystery and shows how words and stories can overlap across history, myth, and everyday life. Despite all these theories, the truth is that no one knows for certain where the name Bloody Mary came from. It's a blend of history, rumor, and imagination, much like the drink itself. And maybe that's part of its appeal. The uncertainty invites curiosity, encouraging people to explore the story and come up with their own interpretations. Before it became a staple of brunch menus around the world, the Bloody Mary was simply an experiment, an unusual blend that challenged what people expected a cocktail to be. Early versions were much simpler, just vodka and tomato juice, gradually evolving as bartenders added spices and garnishes. This shift reflects both creativity and a willingness to embrace bold, unconventional ideas. What we do know is that the Bloody Mary has stood the test of time. From its humble beginnings in a Paris bar to its status as a global icon, it has remained relevant by adapting to changing tastes while keeping its core identity intact. It's a drink that breaks the rules, proving that cocktails don't have to be sweet or delicate to be enjoyable. Instead, it embraces boldness and complexity, offering something entirely different. In a way, the name Bloody Mary perfectly captures that spirit. It's dramatic, unconventional, and a little mysterious, just like the drink itself. Whether it was inspired by a queen, a waitress, or simply a clever turn of phrase, the name has become inseparable from the cocktail's identity. It's a reminder that sometimes the story behind a name can be just as compelling as the thing it describes. Even so, part of its lasting appeal comes from the uncertainty itself. The Bloody Mary exists in that rare space where history and legend blur together, allowing multiple stories to coexist without one fully replacing the others. This ambiguity adds to its charm, turning a simple cocktail into something richer, a piece of living history that invites curiosity and conversation every time it's served. So the next time you see a Bloody Mary on a menu, take a moment to think about its origins. Behind that glass of spiced tomato juice and vodka lies a story that spans continents, cultures, and centuries. It's a story of experimentation, creativity, and the power of a good name. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Woven through the smallest details.